Hey guys, Pizza Klein here. This is episode 5 on how to code a Minecraft Spigot plugin. In this video, I'll be showing you how to create a scoreboard. So let's get right into this video. So what we're going to first do is we're going to go on IntelliJ and do File, Project Structure, because we need to create a new module. So you just click the plus button, New Module. Now, because I have a plugin called Minecraft Development, you can search it by just heading over to Settings, Plugins, and then after, you go onto Marketplace, search up Minecraft Development, and then you get that. But since I have Minecraft Development, they let me easily choose which platform I'm going to go with. So we're going to do Spigot plugin. The group name, well, group ID and artifact ID. I'm just going to do periods for now. And then let's just change this to tutorial scoreboard. And then our main class, we're going to do me.pizza lover. Actually, we'll do pizza client. Pizza client dot scoreboard or tutorial scoreboard dot main. And so with this is just creating the directory, and then it's going to create a file called main. I like using this just because it's nice and simple to set up. Author would be pizza client. We're not going to be using any dependencies with this. And yeah, okay. Now it's going to ask for the module name, tutorial scoreboard. Now we're going to click finish. Everything's going to be there. We can click OK. Apply. And now we have the tutorial scoreboard. Now, while everything is building in the background, okay, it looks like all the main things are done since it recognizes it as a Spigot plugin. So here's what we're gonna do first. In our onEnable, let's just mention that the plugin has been enabled. So tutorial scoreboard has been enabled. Then on disabled, actually we won't do anything on disabled. So what we're gonna do is let's create a new package. Let's call it events. Now we're gonna create a new Java class, and then it's gonna be player join. Now we're gonna implement listener, and inside of here we're gonna now do add events handler, then public void on player join player login events. Now we're gonna have it as E. So what this does is whenever a player joins, it'll cause player login event to be called, and it'll do whatever is inside of here. So now with this done, we're gonna create a new class over here. Now scoreboard utils. I'm gonna try organizing this in such a way where it'll be nice and easy for you guys to implement it. So with our scoreboard utils file, we're gonna need to create a few functions. So let's do public static string get entry from score. Then we're gonna do objective O, and then int score. Now, if O is equals to null, we're gonna return null. Then if it don't have score taken, this will be a function we're making later on. We're gonna do the objective variable and score, return null. Then for string s, o dot get scoreboard dot get entries. What we'll do now is if o dot get score s dot get score is equals to score, return o dot get score s dot get entry. And if all that doesn't work, then it'd be a return null. So that's our first class. So we're checking if the objective for the scoreboard is null, and if it is, we're returning it. Then if the score has been taken, or if it has not been taken, then it'll return null. But if something has taken the score, it loops through all the scoreboard's entries, and it finds whichever one's the matching one, and it lets them know the entry. So now let's create the public static boolean has scored taken. So objective O int score. Now we're just going to do a for loop for string s o dot get scoreboard dot get entries, and then if o dot get score s dot get score equals to score, return true, and then if not, then return false. Something nice and basic, but just lets you know if a score on a scoreboard has been taken or not. Now let's have a replace score. So now with this, it will make it so replacing a score in the scoreboard is extremely easy, which is really nice in my opinion. So if has scored taken, O, and then score, it'll do if get entry from score, then the O and score dot equals ignore case, name, return. So with this, if the score has been taken that you're trying to replace, it's checking if the entry is the same. If it is the same, it's going to return, just because there's no point on trying to update something if nothing's changed. Now, with this, dot equals ignore case, name, let's just do get scoreboard dot reset scores, get entries from score, O, and then score. Now with this one, if get entries from score doesn't exist, well, if it doesn't equal the same, then it'll go and get the scoreboard and then reset the score to, reset the score where it's at. So now, once we have these done, those are the three main functions that we're going to need for this. So now, let's go and do this. Let's create a new hash map. So public static hash map. The reason why we're creating a hash map is because it's going to have the player variable and the bucket task variable. Now, scoreboards is equals to new hash map. Because we want to be updating the scoreboards, and in my opinion, best way is to have a hash map of everyone in the scoreboard and then update it through there. So now with this like that, we can go and you know what? I forgot to actually make a class, or not class, function. So public static void, nope, string, and then animated scoreboard. And with this, it will return, or we'll put in a integer count. Because with this, what I feel like we should try doing is for the title or display name to update, we can go and have this animate score and it'll return the title for it. So if count, let's actually do this a better way. Switch count case 1, if that, and then it'll return, and then whatever string we want here. 2, 3, and return null if it's not in the count. Okay, so the first one, let's just do subscribe to pizza client. I actually list them the wrong way. Second one of pizza is good. Third one would be let's see. I guess just pizza, yeah. So now let's create a function to give the player a scoreboard. So public static give scoreboard. Now it's going to require the player. Oh, geez. Void. There we go. So now with this, what we'll do is we'll create a final string. Now we're just going to do a quick title. Now we're also going to do a final int split. And that's going to be at 3. Just because 1, 2, and 3. So now what we're going to do is scoreboards dot put player, and then we're going to do a new bucket runnable. The reason why we're doing a new bucket runnable is just because we can go and we can go and I'm sorry, my brain is not functioning. The reason why we're doing a bucket runnable in a hash map is so you can get the, well, you can just declare where the player at, and then you can easily stop, start, and do all that with the task itself. It allows us to edit it nice and easily, and however we please. Yeah, I'm sorry for my brain not functioning properly. It's just kind of, yeah. So, okay, I should probably explain what I've been doing so far. So, I'm putting a value into the hash map. We're gonna make it so you get it by the player variable. And then after, we're creating a new bucket runnable, which will run task timer, and yeah, it'll just go and sorry. It'll go and God, my brain is just, yeah. So it should go and repeat it, yeah. Schedules this to repeatedly run until canceled. So run task timer will constantly run the same task over and over again, and whatever in here. And we're having a 5 tick reload period. I'm sorry. My brain is not prepared. So, for a second, it would be 20L, and then you could times it by 5 if you wanted to change every 5 seconds or whatever. Because, TPS is ticks per second. So TPS is equals to ticks per second. And there's 20 ticks in 1 second. I'll just keep that note there. If you want, you could put it there if you'd like. But, yeah. And so what happens is we're creating a new counter at 1. And whenever it runs, we're checking if the counter is less than split, which we've set at 3. For your animated scoreboard, whatever, like however many of these you do, that's how many you put for split. So what we'll do here is plus plus this dot counter. Now we're gonna create a new function, show scoreboard, and that's gonna require the player variable, and then animated scoreboard, this dot counter. Now we're gonna have 2 errors right now: the show scoreboard and main.plugin. Let's get this main.plugin done first. So public static main plugin, and then here plugin is equals to this. There we go. So now it's only that one. So what we'll do here is public static void show scoreboard. Now we're gonna need a player, and then string title. So now with this, what we'll do is if p.get scoreboard dot equals, and then it'll be get server dot get, oh, there we go. So get scoreboard manager dot get main scoreboard, and it'll just do p dot set scoreboard to get server dot get scoreboard manager dot get new scoreboard. And now what we'll do here is scoreboard score is equals to p dot, player. Let's actually do this. Let's set this to p instead of just player. Makes it easier to write out p dot get scoreboard. So with this, if p dot get scoreboard is equals to the main scoreboard, it'll then go and set the player scoreboard to a new one. So now we're going to do objective is equals to score.get objective p.get name is equals to null. Now we're just doing like a, if p.get name is equals to null, it'll then do score.register new objective p.get name, and then dummy, and then else score.get objective p.get name. So with this, it's per player objectives, just because, yeah, it doesn't really matter what it's called since we're using per player scoreboards. Oh, I did that one part wrong. There we go. So scoreboard.get objective p.get name is equals to null. It'll then do this. That is deprecated. Jesus. Deprecated. Holy. It's fine. String display name is just gonna equals to title. You don't really need to put this. I just like having it be called display name, actually, I guess. Display name. There we go. Woo. Efficiency. Objective.set display name to display name. And now what we can do is we could do replace score objective. Now we can do the line of like 0, and then we could put whatever we want in here. Now if objective dot get display slot does not equal display slot dot sidebar, then objective dot set display slot dot sidebar, and then we're going to do p dot set scoreboard to score. So now with all this in place, for the scoreboard you want to create that doesn't ever flicker, I've tried this multiple times. You can even test it out on, or like see it in action on the server I've been working on called GooberMC. But if you'd want to see how it works, you can check it out there, and it never flickers and it updates every 5 ticks, which is, or like, yeah, every 5 ticks or whatever. But yeah, all you have to do here is whenever you're creating it, you'd be doing it in a ascending order. So this would be 1, 2, 3. We could do player name, and then we could do plus p dot get display name. And then after, we could do like player health, p.get health, yeah, p.get health, player, food level, p.get food level. And then after online players, we can then do bucket.get online players.size. And now if you want this to be shown at all you have to do is on player join, you just do scoreboard utils dot give scoreboard. And now we're going to need player variable, so we'll just do a quick player p is equals to e.getPlayer. And then we're just going to do that. So that's as simple as it is to give someone a scoreboard. Now, if you want to remove a scoreboard, we'll go and create a quick function for that. Public static void remove scoreboard player. All it is scoreboards dot remove player. And that's that. So on player join, it does all that. If we duplicate this, so let's just copy it, paste it, player leave, on player leave, player quit event, remove scoreboard. Sorry, remove scoreboard. There we go. And so when someone quits, it removes it so it doesn't continue updating and then, yeah, cause the error. And then when they're in there, we'll do that. For the on-enabled, if you use something like Plugman and you reload the plugin whenever you update it, it will not update the scoreboard, which will require everyone to leave and rejoin. Here's a quick fix for this. So we just do new bucket runnable at override public void run dot run task timer this 0 20L, so 1 second. And then after we just do a for player p okay, run task later. Actually, delay would be 20L. And then bucket.get online players. So this is going to run a task after 1 second, and all it's going to do is scoreboard utils dot give scoreboard p. Let's remove that unnecessary import. Now, the last thing that you can't forget about doing is you need to make sure that the event handlers actually work. So get server.get plugin manager.register events. Now it's new player join this, and then get server.get plugin manager. There's another way on how you can add them. So if you use the external class, you just do main.plugin. Technically, these would do the exact same in here, but yeah. You can either do main.plugin if you're doing a different class, but if you're in this main class, you can do this. So yeah, that's basically how you do it all. Well, do it all. We have a updating title. I just realized we never used the title here. we can remove this. In my notes, they had it, but yeah, we didn't actually need it. But, yeah, so with this all, like, there's player join, player leave, the scoreboard utils has everything. We have it so the name is updating to whatever you want. Like, for me, it's subscribe to Pizza Client, pizza is good, pizza. You could go a little bit more advanced with them. I can quickly show you a example. I just need to quickly get to my code for this. Utils scoreboard functions. Notepad just once. Okay. So, yeah, with this, I basically did the same thing, just, yeah. But, for this animated scoreboard, I have it, so it's kind of like how Mindflex does theirs, but with it being Goober tag, where it, like, flat changes colors by moving a white piece around, and then, yeah. Looks really good. For this utils.colored string, I'll quickly show how to do that. So I just did a different class, but it's essentially just public static string colored string string text, then return chat color dot translate alternative color codes, the and symbol, and then text. So it's really just that, and then I could do colored string. And now if I do like and 3, it'll now be cyan. And it would be a cyan subscribe to Pizza Client, and it would just work with everything else. But yeah, that should be everything for this video. I hope that you guys have enjoyed. I'm actually surprised it's been 32 minutes. But, yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Sorry about this, right when I was preparing to upload it, I realized one issue I made. So, with the scoreboards.remove, I forgot to do one quick thing. So, scoreboards.getPlayer.cancel. This will go and get the value that's associated with the player name, which would be the bucket task, and it's going to cancel the bucket task. It's a small thing, but yeah, it causes you issues. Once someone leaves and then it removes them, but the task is still running.